we in Ice World now?
I guess so. Gym number 2, here we go. This is a big level.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's go. I wasn't expecting this level to be essentially like 3 levels in one. But here we are.
Yeah, when you arrive in the, I don't know what to call it, the where you get the choice of 4. That's pretty much the game beginning, like the real game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I approve of, you know, what they've done. The level structure's a lot of fun. They've got some really cool ideas. And, you know, it's, oh, I wonder.
I read a review that this game was criticised for being too short. I think that's such rubbish. This game is not too short. There's a lot of stuff going on. Video game cliche.
Okay.
Stop dissing the game.
Do I want these bombs? No? Okay, are they not bombs?
I think they're boys.
Oh, maybe. Ah, no. I've been attacked. Stop! Oh, this is not going well. I don't really know what it wants me to do. Yes.
Well, there's a staircase there.
I mean, I can try. That work, is it?
Does jumping in the water freeze you?
I would imagine so. Ah, oh, sure. I thought maybe through some kind of miracle, burping fire would melt it. What do we got up here, though? Oh! Oh! Oh, no. But yes, I know what to do. Okay, I think this, at least. I kind of need to get my energy back, but I think I know what to do.
Some books came in the post for me. I ordered some novels.
Oh, yes.
I got Pygmalion. It's a play.
Yes.
And Prisoner of Zenda. It's like a swashbuckling adventure novel about someone who's been kidnapped, and it's like an adventure. It's an adventure novel. I don't like Scandinavian crime thrillers like My Daughter's Missing stuff. I like adventure and heroism and what else would you call it? Frontier justice and stuff like that. That's what I like. And I also like Shakespeare.
Oh, nice.
That was
the
the
challenging read.
Yeah, that was the only thing I really liked in a book. Shakespeare and everything else was irrelevant. That was the only material I ever really liked.
Right.
Apart from Shakespeare, I didn't read anything else, which is weird because you'd think the opposite. You think only people who read loads of books like something such as Shakespeare, but I'm the opposite. It's like Shakespeare and then there's nothing.
Right.
I never grew up reading Harry Potter. I never read... I did read a book called The Kite Runner, which is really quite good. That's a good book, The Kite Runner.
I'd say you're not missing much of Harry Potter. I can't read. I find reading incredibly boring, personally. I can't, like, there were people always like, oh, you just need to imagine the world. And, like, I cannot at all. I just, like, the world, I'm reading it, but I just can't see pictures. So I just read words, and it just feels empty to me, and really just dull. I understand why people like books, and I've tried multiple times. But yeah, Harry Potter's got troubling, questionable stuff here and there, so...
I mean... I when years ago, I mean, actually like hundreds of years ago, authors were paid by the word.
Oh, right.
Some authors were paid by the word. Famous author Alexander Dumas, he wrote The Three Musketeers, he wrote Count of Monte Cristo. So his environment, he would just describe the environment for ages and ages and ages. Maybe some people liked that, but maybe it was, you know, get on with it, mate. But the reason why I remember reading somewhere it was because he was paid by his publisher, paid by the word.
Right.
So he'd sort of stretch it out. He'd describe the streets, he'd go into detail, he'd probably describe how wet the cobblestone is or whatever, I don't know. I've never read any of his books, I just know about him.
Yeah.
And I know The Simpsons did... Oh, was it Count of Monte Cristo? The Simpsons did a parody of the Count of Monte Cristo, I think.
I'm not sure, but possibly.
What else? Yeah. I like Shakespeare because it's all about the characters and the dialogue. It's the dialogue. It's a lot of dialogue because he was a playwright, so it was people talking. It wasn't a lot of. You could have jumped anywhere else. It just so happened.
I could have.
Yeah.
It didn't work out, did it? Yeah. No. It's like when I respect a good book, but I would prefer to watch a movie.
I mean, I prefer movies because I think I like cinematography, and I enjoy. When you see someone move their arms when they're talking, it's more special to me. That sounds stupid, but it is important. Body language is something that's difficult to effectively do in a book.
Oh, what? That didn't count.
Like, I like films with good body language, I guess. And
that makes sense.
I guess that's why I like Tarantino, because when he writes a character, they're like really animated and he writes cool words. But when I was young, I used to love Tarantino films because of the violence. And I'm going to shoot and kill the baddies. And then when I arrived for the violence and I stayed for the cool, cheesy dialogue.
Yeah.
For my dad's birthday, because I know he likes Pulp Fiction, I bought him a book I found in a bookshop. It's this screenplay of Pulp Fiction.
Oh, lovely.
Which is just published, right? And if you reading it like a normal book is so fun because I'm imagining the movie and I'm remembering how funny some of the lines were. Maybe that's why people read plays.
Yeah. So I had playbooks in the past. I also had whoops, that was the wrong way around. I also had like episodes books. So I had like the script of 40 Towers kind of thing as a book.
Oh. Cool.
I found that at a car boot sale for £1.50.
That's really good.
And I also found at the same car boot sale, this is a car boot sale at my old school, so it was just like, it was a really special one anyway. But I also found all of 40 Towers for I think like £3. It was all 12, so it was this VHS tape back in the day. Oh no!
Oh, you
No, please tell me I don't have to redo the whole thing. Please, for the love of God. And I found Singing in the Rain. I had not seen it, but I'd heard about it. I was like, oh, let's pick it up. I want to see what it's like. I loved it. I love everything about it. It's an amazing film. It is a masterpiece. I mean, everyone knows that, but it is.
I always really liked the film It's a Wonderful Life. As far as old films go.
Oh,
I really like that.
The whole thing.
Oh, that's bollocks.
Yeah, she was saying.
I really like that film It's a Wonderful Life. Really struck a chord with me. It's a really nice film. and honest as well, and it's still still relevant. It's still the character George Bailey. A lot of people, like, there's a George Bailey crisis happening at the minute. People talk about the literally me character, like, oh yeah, I'm Ryan Gosling. He's literally me. I'm the guy from American Psycho. He's literally me. No one talks about George Bailey. He's the only real life literally me character. Because a lot of people feel like him, like existential, inadequate, unworthy, and they just need that. They need that nudge. They need the nudge, which is. I don't want to spoil the movie.
I've never seen the movie, but I've seen like parodies of it, I guess. Like, so I know what happens.
A big
based
Simpsons
on that.
parody. Marge, it's a wonderful life after all.
Wow, it wasn't that. It's. I guess that's strange, but all things like a British sitcom called My Family.
Oh, of course. Oh, another one where he gets run over with a bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you actually know that, but yes.
Yeah, I've seen that episode.
I love My Family.
Yeah.
Certainly the earlier series. It does like get bad after series 6 onwards. It's not nearly as good, and that's when Nick leaves the show, because Nick was just a literal perfect character. So dumb funny.
He was. He represented a lot of what people felt. A lot of that bitter, but also sharp wit, but also can't catch a break. That's the thing with British. A lot of British comedy. It's a bit self-deprecating, but not.
Yeah.
Not too much so that it's disheartening, but just enough. Just because comedy's a funny thing. Like, comedy and tragedy overlap ever so slightly, but where they do overlap, that's when you strike oil. Because being funny, you could say being funny is like a science, you know.
Yeah.
Being funny is a science. Just, you know, you need good timing and good observational skills. But comedy, like making comedy, that's like a forbidden. That's more like alchemy.
Yeah.
That's more like a forbidden, like, good comedy.
Yeah. Very, very few can do it consistently well.
Yeah.
But those who can,
will live forever. Is that Godzilla on the wall?
It is, yeah. I mean, actually, it might be Reptar. Could be both. I mean, like, there's a reason, like, stuff like Friends is still watched on the regulars and is still referenced, because it is just a, like, near perfect comedy. Like, sure, like, there are some episodes which are better than others, but, like, oh, I hate this level so much. Please fuck off. Where am I going? Okay, this one. But yeah, no, it's sorry, I'm desperately trying not to be killed.
Yes, I don't blame you.
Right, cool, we're good. Yeah, it's wonderful to, you know, see it do so well for so long. Like, series usually drag down, and I feel like Friends has, like, a weird, like, I don't know if people are gonna agree with me on this or not. I think that Friends reaches a really big, oh my god! Friends reaches a real high point, in series 3 at the beginning, as it's just incredibly funny, and then it has, like,
that's disgusting. I'm sorry, Teal, that made me sick.
That was pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
It has 5 to 10 episodes of the breakup, like, oh, we're gonna, like, I'm jealous, and blah blah, and it really detracts from the whole show. Not because, like, there are elements that aren't funny, but just because they don't handle it as well as they could, they do stuff like that in later series, and it's way funnier. But I'd argue that it actually just gets funnier as the years go on. They actually somehow manage to keep it going, which is rare.
Yeah.
That does not happen.
Oh, his back is poop. It's not a shell.
Hmm.
That's gross.
Warriors. You may have defeated one Sparklemon, but... Oh, wait, that was the second one? Oh, man. Well, fine. That's it, though. For real.
Oh, good. We get to take you on, do we? The final challenge.
His name's not Dewey, it's Milhouse.
Right. Did you call him Dewey earlier?
No. You said, oh, we get to take him on, Dewey.
Oh,
We get to take you on, Dewey. And I'm like, no, it's Milhouse. Why would you do that?
Sake.
You know his name's Milhouse. Why would you say that?
Oh, I hate how much I love that. Okay. Right, what's behind door number 3?
The goat. The Monty Hall goat.
Oh, God. No, let's not do that.
I felt so
Wow.
stupid. Okay, I watched this film years ago called 21 about gambling, and it's a good film in it, but it might be hard for people to watch because of a particular actor who stars in it. But anyway, swiftly moving on. It's a good film, 21, and he's a student he's in a statistics class. How is that a cliche?
It's a cliche?
Flying boat? Who does that? Final Fantasy and maybe one other JRPG.
A Klonoa.
Mario. 4 games.
Yeah, like, sure. I mean, there
4,
are way more
maybe
cliches.
5. Maybe 5. Maybe Dragon Quest does it, but still.
Yeah, like, what? That's nuts. I'm insulted. I'm actually insulted.
Where was I? Oh yeah, the film 21. So a guy's he's in a statistics class or a mathematics class, and the lecturer does the Monty Hall problem with the goat and the doors.
Right.
I don't want to
Yeah.
get into it. It's a statistics problem,
Yes.
and there's a trick to it. There's a trick to always win or increase your chances of winning. And when I was young, I never got it, and I felt so stupid. I'm like, I don't get it. Someone explain it to me. And it wasn't until I think a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago, probably 4, I just randomly remembered it and I looked it up just to finally get it out of my system. How does it actually
Right.
work? And it is quite simple
Yeah.
when you really think about it.
Well, there's an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine about the Monty Hall
The
problem.
Monty Hall problem. Well, I've not seen that episode. What season is that?
4, I think. Maybe 3.
I've only seen season 1 and a bit of season 2. I've not seen. I do like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I only really
I'm
watch it.
disappointed that it's like, oh, cliche, you fell off the flying boat. Like, okay, thank you. Cool, well, I'm really glad you were going to spell that out for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like this
Brooklyn
music.
Nine-Nine is a flawless show. I love everything about it. It is my favourite comedy of all time.
Terry Crews is such a boss. He's so great in everything he's in. He plays a really funny role in White Chicks. Dumb comedy, I know, but it still makes me laugh. He's also an epic gamer like me, so I can relate. I can relate to Terry Crews.
Cliche, Terry Crews is in the video game. I appreciate his involvement, but he is in too much.
Yes. I'm sick of these celebrity cameos.
Why must they always cast him or that Troy guy?
What the fuck? That's a good camera angle.
Yeah,
That's
I do
scary.
like Yeah, this is a cool level. It's going on a bit though. Because if I'm understanding this correctly, we need to survive as long as the boat goes up to the cloud, which will take a while. Oh, and suddenly everything died. Please don't actually die, because I would like to not lose. Ah, Jesus.
Whoa. This reminds me of that level in Rayman 3.
gonna have to be a little more specific.
The one with the ship.
Oh yes, you're right. You know what? You're absolutely. You know what? You're right to scold me. That's totally fair enough.
You play that game like every year, don't you?
I know. You know what?
I don't blame you for playing it every year. It's such a good game.
Yeah, like it reminds me of that one level from that game. Like, oh, what level? Oh, you know, the one that's basically like for like identical. Cool. What level was that again? Such a great game.
I can't just talking about it. I want to replay it. Just mentioning it
is a classic.
Yeah.
That is stupidly underrated.
Yeah. Do you think we're ever gonna get another game like that? A 3D Rayman?
I was gonna say specifically from Ubisoft, or.
Well, just as long as it's good. I mean,
I will say yes if and only if Ubisoft gets bought out by Sony or something. I think that if Ubisoft, if Sony, because like the thing is, like Microsoft has bought so many companies at this point that Sony needs an ace in the hole to try and counter.
Yeah, they just sold a bunch of IPs, didn't they? Oh, it's Hello Kitty.
No, that was Square Enix.
Oh, okay, but wait, what about all the Sony mascots? What am I talking about? Didn't Sony sell a bunch?
Japan Studio was made defunct, but like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. But yeah, like, so yes and no. But yeah, like I mean, it's hard to say what's gonna happen. But I think Sony needs to buy something that can counter Microsoft's gain, and I think Ubisoft is a good one because they can get rid of the predators at the top.
Yeah.
Plus they have a bunch of really good IPs, and they could bring back Rayman. Imagine that! Whoa.
Whatever happened to Born? What did I nearly just call it? Born in the Shell. Why did I call it that? I mixed Beyond Good and Evil. I mixed up Beyond Good and Evil with
Ghost in the Shell.
With Ghost in the Shell. Why? And I made Born Again Shell. What?
What happened to that game? No one knows. It's still in development for a long time.
Yeah, Beyond Good and Evil. I have a book called Beyond Good and Evil, but it's nothing to do with the game.
I see.
It's a philosophy book.
Oh, nice.
And when I saw the title, okay, when I didn't buy it expecting it to be about the game. I knew it wasn't going to be about the game. When I first saw the title, I thought it was going to be about the game, but when I read... What?
Would you tell Chuck Yeager how to fly a jet?
Who?
It's an American reference, probably.
Mr. Spokoro has risen from his banishment in the underworld. Now I must return to my corporation, where I am mascot for celery flavored soy chip. Celsoy kills the hunger demon, but graciously adopts his children. Celsoy, Celsoy. But first, I will cleanse the world of Mr. Dirt.
And I will cleanse the world, and I can be the sunlight in your universe. And Millhouse, I mean Huey, he done shrink down to size.
Ew, no way. I saw you picking your nose with it.
Dad, we need the key to save everyone we know. Just take it. Dad! Hey, come on, guys. Take it easy. My glasses!
He died. 17 minutes? You're supposed to do that in 17 minutes? That's not happening. That's not happening.
That's several tries. Jesus. Can you hear that outside?
I cannot.
Oh. Well, I can, and it's annoying, so I'm going to close my window.
I found all the cliches. Good for me.